In this video, we are going to see how we can set the reorder levels in Teleprime, and that is a very practical and very useful option that enables you to maintain a good stock level at any time, and it will make sure that you doesn't fall short of the material. Here we have just taken an example of a building material, which is brick or construction material. We have 1000 in quantity and we have some quantity sold in on order. Now the minimum reorder level is 300. That means whenever we have 300 bricks left, it should automatically suggest us to order more. And the minimum reorder quantity, let's say from the vendor, this is the condition that we only supply minimum of 500 bricks. So this is the minimum reorder quantity. And same goes for purchases, and all the records are there. So let's see how we can practically implement this scenario in Teleprime. Now the thing to consider here is that let's say we have 1000 in quantity that we already have in stock. We have sold 300 bricks, but quantity on sales order, that means the customer has ordered 500 more and we have entered that sales order. So what the system will does is it will automatically analyze it as 800 gone from the stock. Right now we have this in stock, but since it is on order, it will be soon gone. So that's why it will analyze and say that we have only 200 left in the stock. It will work according to that. So this means the net availability is maintained after the consideration of the sales order and purchase order as well. Now let's try this on Delhi. And for that, I'll just close the existing company, just shut this down, and I'll just simply create a new one. Click on create company and just name it as reorder status company. And let's skip through all of this other information. I'll just keep all of this as it is. Just I'll mention the current. Just I'll change this one and press Ctrl A. As soon as the company is created, it will ask you to enable some of the features from here. But I'll just ignore this, press Ctrl A. And I'll go to create and go to stock item. And I'll create a stock item named bricks and hit enter. If you want to create a group, we can create that, alternate C. Let's write it as building materials. Goes under primary, all set, Control A. And in the units, we can create a new one. Unit of measure will be each. Formal name, I'll just put E here, and formal name is each. So we don't have the decimal place here, Control A. And let's suppose the opening quantity is 1000 at the rate of $1. And this makes the total to 1000 and accept. Now, normally, if we want to configure the reorder level, it should be shown here. But since the sales order and purchase order function is disabled, I need to enable that as well. So for example, if I go to create, I'll just write here sales order, or under the vouchers, I'll click on other vouchers. First of all, just write here sales order. As you can see, it's disabled. Just double click here to activate, click yes. And same goes for the other vouchers. I'll just write here purchase and show inactive. We can see a long list here and we have the purchase order, but this is disabled. Just double click here to activate this. And now let's go back and click on create. And now we simply go to alternate and just write here reorder. I'll just enable the stock group first, building materials. And here we see the reorder quantity and we have some other advanced parameters as well. So if you want to simple reorder, we will just switch this template to simple reorder level so that it won't confuse you. So reorder quantity is on 300. That means whenever the bricks fall on the 300 level, the stock falls on 300 level, it should be reordered and the minimum order quantity should be 500. So press Ctrl A, just go back to the main screen. Now, if I want to check the report of it, I'll go from Gateway of Tele to display more reports, statement of inventory, and select reorder status. Select the stock category, that is primary, and this is bricks. But otherwise, if I want to check the stock group, we have the building materials right here, and we have bricks in the closing stock, and net available stock is this, reorder level is set to this, and minimum reorder quantity is this. So whenever we have a shortfall, it will be addressed here, and orders need to be placed will all suggested be here. So let's try to create a shortfall, and let's see how it recommends to place some orders. Just go back in stock. So what I'll do is, to create this shortfall, I'll just enter a voucher where I can just mention that we have a sales. Now to create this shortfall, I'll just follow this scenario where the quantity sold is 300. So first of all, just make that, and we have, let's say, sold it to customer A, alternate C. I'll just create a new customer here, customer A. And since this is a new company, I haven't changed the name. So the by default name is Sundry Debtors. Maintain bill by bill balances is yes, and control A. And we will ignore all of these details, skip through it. And here we will just create a sales ledger, configure that. Alternate C, it's very simple to create. Sales, and it goes under sales 2. That's it. Control A. And now we have bricks as inventory, not applicable. Order number is not applicable. So the quantity sold is 300. Rate is 1. Rate is, let's say, 1.5. And 450 is the total rate on which we are selling. Control A, and control A to save. And now let's enter a sales order as well. Go to other vouchers and click on sales order from here. And let's continue and just write here Mr. B, sales account, and control A. And let's create a party account, alternate C, Mr. Smith. It goes under Sundry Debtors, and control A. Ignore all of these details. Order number, you can place any order number here. Sales ledger, I'll just select sales here. And the item is bricks. Due on, let's say, on the same date. And the quantity on order means customer has ordered us 500 items. Rate is 1.5. This makes the total to 750. I can put any narration here and press Control A. And we have entered it. 300 is already sold and 500 is on order. That means it's below 300 level. So it should recommend to order some more items. Let's see if it does that. Just go back and click on display more reports and click on the statement of inventory and click on reorder status and select the stock group, that is building materials. And now we can see that the net available quantity, it's showing that we have 200 because this quantity is already on order. So orders need to be placed. And how much? 500 is the minimum quantity that we ordered from vendor. Now, when you see the order to be placed, that doesn't mean that it will automatically place the order. It will just recommend you. So what we have to do is we will just immediately go to the gateway of Tele, click on the vouchers, and then we create the purchase voucher. So purchase order, I'll just go here. I will immediately order that from vendor A. I'll just quickly create this vendor A because since we are using the new company, and it's in Sundry Creditors, Control A. And let's ignore all of these details and place any order number. Purchase ledger, I'll just quickly create that. It goes under purchases and purchase accounts, Control A. And the name of item is bricks, due to be delivered on the 1st of January. And the minimum quantity that we have decided to order is 500. The rate on which we are purchasing is $1. Control A, Control A. And then if we see the reorder status report, just go to the display more report and click on the statement of inventory and click on the reorder status. If we click on stock groups and building materials, it will show us that the closing stock is 700 because we have a pending purchase order soon to be fulfilled, 500. So before we had the quantity of 200 and 500 plus that. So closing quantity will be soon 700. So it is above the minimum level of 300. Sales order due is 500, net available is this, reorder level is this. So shortfall, we don't have any shortfall here, remove it from here. Minimum reorder quantities mentioned, but the orders to be placed, it is not recommending any orders. So this is ideal if you have a lot of stock and you want the system to automatically show you what needs to be ordered and how much. So this is how you can work on the reorder levels in Teleprime. Just try this by yourself and I'll see you in the next one.